We are recording.
Hi, YouTubers.
All right, so this morning, y'all woke up to the amazing, stupendous smell of burnt rice cakes. Then y'all decided to go elsewhere for breakfast, heading out to the Wet Trout. Uh, was not terribly busy, but the people that were spending their morning in the tavern started muttering excitedly as the group walked in. Uh, Celestine picked up on the fact that most people were starting to take notice of your group and the deeds that you have completed around the towns. One brave soul approached y'all and let you know of a friend of hers by the name of Danica Greysteel that was heading up to Kirkconnell in hopes of finding you, or another adventuring group, whoever she found first, that had been um, to see if y'all could retrieve a dragon bone for some type of stew that she was going to make. Unfortunately, this girl, lady, person uh, did not know why or what purpose the stew would have, but you had assured her that you were heading up to Kirkconnell that very day, and you would check in with her at the Northern Light if she happened to still be there. Just before leaving, you headed over to the East Haven ferry to check it out, just in case. Found that although there were some semi recent footprints around the docks and even leading up to the ferry, the most recent footprints had been covered in fresh snow, meaning it had been at least a few days since anyone had been to or on the ferry. Um, which point you headed off to Kirkconnell. And as you arrived into Kirkconnell, seeing the heraldry of the town near a ruined care nearby, Claudette stopped by a large house, hoping to talk with the speaker. It was torchlight coming from within, but nobody answered the door. She went across the path to another house, asking the orc woman which way to get to the inn. The lady pointed the direction. When Claudette mentioned the speaker, the woman slammed the door in Claudette's face, obviously perturbed that the speaker was brought into the conversation. At this point, y'all started heading off to the northeast through the main path of a small town. A few houses away, you noticed a pile of snow moving, and out popped a very obviously drunk dragonborn that was waiting for some invisible thieves to walk by. After determining in his drunk stupor that he could kind of see you, you offered him a drink to uh, show you guys, for him to show you guys to the inn. He led you straight to the tavern where he could get some more liquid bravery in his system. Talking with the tavern keeper, not the innkeeper, the, proprietor or of the hook, line, and sinker, y'all found out about some of the goings on around town, found out about what had been taken in the most recent thefts, and as it happened, most of the items that had been stolen recently are the items that you recently recovered in the Dwergar outpost. Um, you laid them out on the bar and explained that there should not be any more thefts with any luck, as you had cleared out the outpost that you believe the intruders were most likely operating from. Uh, Glenn thanked you and mentioned that the inn was across the square, and that when he awakens Provis, the speaker, in the morning, he will have him go over and talk with you guys. You headed across to the Northern Light. It's about 8 p.m. at the moment. Um, and you rented some rooms for the night. Asked Allie, one of the innkeepers, if she knew of a Danica Greysteel that was supposed to be staying here for a few days. And Annie mentioned that she was, in fact, staying there. And as Ellie walked down the hall to knock on Danica's door, Danica, Danica comes out and says, "Hello there," looking up at the Goliath. "You must be the Sun Chasers. I heard that you had a Goliath in your group. Remarkable." She inches over towards Illiken. Says, "I am Danica Greysteel." I'm guessing that if you're seeking me out, then one of my contacts in one of the towns must have told you where to find me. Did they happen to tell you what I am needing?
Greetings, Danica. We are the Sun Chasers. Um, Pamela Beta um, sent us here telling us that you were looking for dragon bones.
Yes. Specifically, dragon bone from a white dragon.
Okay. Can you give us a little more to that?
Well, I've recently acquired a recipe for a dragon bone stew, which would essentially mimic the effects of a resistance potion. My hopes is to gather enough white dragon bones with the other ingredients that I've already gathered so that I can brew the stew and provide some comfort to those in the towns that are not as acclimated to the cold as your kind, as she points at Illiken. I've gathered most of the other ingredients, but I'm no match for a dragon or for anyone that might have a dead dragon on their doorstep. What I've heard, one of the Goliath clans to the southeast slayed a dragon many, many years ago, and the bones sit in the entrance to their home. My hope is that you can help those that are less fortunate in Tin Towns by retrieving a few bones for the stew.
Well, how many bones do you need? I just happen to have 6 of them right here. Do you have enough ingredients for more than that?
How big are the ones that you have?
I have 6 young dragon bones, marked as weighing 14 pounds total.
I could definitely take them off your hands and get started once I get back down to Goodmead. Um, I would hope for some more if I can get some more. Uh, there's a lot of people in a lot of the towns that don't aren't acclimated to this weather.
I understand. Um, so I'll give her those 6 dragon bones to start with.
She gonna pay you?
It's a good question. Um, I
Is there some
guess,
sort of compensation for that?
yeah, I guess that was my next question.
She doesn't want to answer us, or Sky is looking for an answer.
I'm reading. I don't have much that I can pay you with. Um, what I can do is offer you the first batch of stew that I make, and the knowledge that you are helping the people of 10 Towns bear through this seemingly endless winter.
And this resistance to cold that you're talking about, is that a permanent thing or just while the stew's in our bellies?
It acts as a potion of resistance,
Okay.
mechanically speaking.
Okay. Well, I'll give her these 6 bones, and you go and get started with these, and we'll see about getting you some more.
You will thank you and say, I have an approximate location of the Wormdoom Crag. If you have a map of the area, I can mark on it. Or if not, I can tell you the general direction and we can hope for the best. I have a feeling with your Goliath, he can probably show you to some of the clan homes in the spine if that is where you are from. Which he will nod.
Speaking of clan homes in the spine, have you heard of some feuding Goliaths?
I personally have not, but if they are feuding, that would possibly be down in the same area.
You said Worm Tongue Crag?
Wormdoom.
Worm Doom Crag.
Well, we certainly like the opportunity to kill things and make money, so I think I'm all for it. What about you guys?
Well, would it be... You mind if she marks it on your map?
No, let me go ahead and pull out the map and see if she can mark it.
Look at Claudette's map and say that it's off to the southeast from where her map goes.
Okay, Arden, how about your map?
I'll get my map out of my bag, hand it to her.
And she will mark it on Arden's map.
Okay. Um, I'm up for this task if everyone else is.
Sure, why not?
Okay, then I guess Danica will take your request and get back to you. Where did you want us to meet you? Back here in Kirkonig, or you said
Uh,
something about going to Goodmead?
yes, I actually live in Goodmead. I have a shop in Burton Shander, which I don't typically use until the summer um, when travelers are coming in, although we haven't had any for the last 2 years. But yes, I will be making the stew at my home in Goodmead, and then hopefully dispersing the stew to the towns.
Okay.
So, just out of curiosity, what if we told you that we're trying to make it so that there is no longer a never winter?
I wish you the best of luck, and it could end. What am I trying to say? My thought skipped me.
Hate it when that happens.
Yeah, I can only wish that it would end uh soon or something like that.
Sooner the better. Gotcha.
All right, I suppose we should go ahead and get our rooms for the night, get some rest. What time is it, Sky?
Yeah, it's probably about 8:30 by the time you get
Oh,
done talking with her.
no, let's go back to the bar and see if there's any other people that. Nah, I don't know. I mean, what do you guys want to do? Illiken, are you here?
Elkin's just off in the distance, kind of meh.
Oh,
I'm sure we can always find something to do in the bar. I'm kind of partial to ale or mead myself.
I'll go work on leather working while you guys are doing your drinking.
I'll help you with your leather work while they go drink.
Well, I appreciate the help.
Well, drinking is good, but uh, the real purpose in going to a bar is to listen to the gossip and see what we can find as far as things to do, places to get money, places to help.
This whole town needs money and help. But I'm all for going back to the bar and giving the town some more money.
We got to do our part, right?
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna work on my leather working. Claudette, you're welcome to join me or stay at the bar with the rest of everyone
I'll
else if you
help
want.
you.
Okay. Is that good, Sky, or
Uh huh.
how many rolls do you want?
So you want to give me 2 rolls?
Those are pretty good. 24, 23.
All right. You get 5 hours worth of work with Claudette's help.
Okie doke.
Bring you up to
68.
68. Yep.
Almost done. Thank you, Claudette.
Oh, of course. Always willing to help.
Illican will just hang out with the others, just kind of sitting there quietly drinking an ale. And petting his little Drake.
All right. So, bar people, give me a perception check.
Don't forget to roll Illican's perception check.
Oh,
He's in the background for the now.
yeah, he's not really doing anything. He's just kind of hanging out with you guys. Or them, rather.
Okie dokie.
That way, it gives him an excuse for knowing what's going on. But I don't actually have to RP him.
All right. You hear an elven man in the corner talking, saying, "I bet that dragon is still trying to pass old Ironbeard. What a fat dwarf he was." And somebody else says, and then I got him to ink this one on my back. What do you think? It's a very image of her, everyone says. And the other people at the table are just straight quiet.
Do they see the image?
Mm, they just kind of heard it from afar. Then somebody says, "This? Just a bit of mead from home, like wine, but made of honey. There's a bit of rose in this one, I think. May cause heartburn for those with hearts. Good stuff in it. My uncle's favorite. It's basically all he'd drink. We'd usually get that mead with the juniper berries mixed in, but my uncle preferred the rose mead. Said it tasted better. Don't know if I entirely agree, but that's what he'd bring over. Eh. And he goes on and on and on and on. And one person says, while practicing with a bow, my son lost a trophy arrow that he was not supposed to use. He was practicing in the northern area and thinks the arrow went into the lake. Outside of that, that's pretty much all that went on.
Out of character, I kind of wonder if maybe that's the arrow that Arden found that one night. You remember that, Arden?
uh, yeah, but I can't remember what I did with it.
No, the one that Arden found was a vision.
Was it what?
A
Oh,
vision.
vision, gotcha. Never mind, ignore me. I'm
He's,
misremembering things.
he saw it. It was there. He grabbed it, and then he went into a vision. And when he came out of the vision, he saw a comet streaking across the sky, but there was no arrow in his hand.
Okay,
All right,
my bad.
okay.
For however long you guys decide to stay, it's pretty much just normal bar or tavern talk here and there. You pick up on conversations here and there, but it's a small town with small troubles, so not really much of anything.
Well, I finished my ale. Excuse me. Look at Arden and say, you know, this is pretty boring tonight. I think I'm done. I'm going to go on back to the inn.
I think I'll go with you. This doesn't sound like much information is going to be learned here.
Yeah, well, you can't get a lot of information every time. And we do have enough for another adventure, although I don't know how profitable it's going to be.
Sounds like all we're going to get out of it is some soup.
Yep. Okay, well, so stand up and wave at the barman and head toward the door and go back over to the inn and we'll see how they're doing with the leather work.
I imagine when you get there, we're probably just packing it up for the evening.
Did you make any progress with it?
Yeah, quite a bit actually. Claudette was a big help.
Oh, just all in a day's concentration. I guess I'm going to go to my room and go ahead and go to sleep. You guys have a wonderful evening.
Good night, Claudette.
Good night.
Peaceful night.
Yeah, it wasn't very interesting at the tavern tonight, so I kind of yawn. So I think I'm going to bed. Which one is our room?
Yeah.
I'll point it out.
Okay. And I go into the room, close the door, kick my boots off, and under the covers.
Yeah. Where's my room at?
I let him know, and Illikin will follow you, Arden.
Okay. Uh, oh, I'll go in and lay down. And go get into a trance.
And then I will retire back to my room, pack up all the leather working stuff, and go to bed. Should make Illikin pay for it all. Oh, crap, he has no money.
What's it gonna run?
No, I'm good. I got it.
So when I get into my room, I'm going to secure all my things, double check my door, check for any evidence of thieves' cant, and make sure that everything is secure.
No thieves can't that you can see,
Awesome
and
sauce.
you think everything is secure.
And
Um,
then Rogar paid for the rooms, spent all his money being nice to the party.
Manny Petty for the whole group, 38 gold.
wait. Are we talking about Illikin? Because wasn't he killed by the Yeti down at the
I
speakers?
see how you are.
Okay, let me know when morning is because I've asleep.
Hope everybody's had a good day. Sorry I'm late.
Welcome back.
We'll beat you
What
up
about
later. We'll just have to resurrect you next time we go down to, the morning song.
Morning, Lord. All
Yeah.
right. So everybody wakes up in the morning.
All right, getting all my stuff together and make sure everything's there.
I grab my bags.
Ooh.
Go across the way to see if there's any breakfast that doesn't smell like burnt rice cake.
No breakfast here, so nothing smells like burnt rice cake.
Or no, I was going across the way.
Ah, gotcha. Well, hold on to that thought.
Oh yeah.
As everybody gets to the common area of the Northern Light, you see a familiar silver dragonborn sleeping on a wood bench. And as you enter, Allie clears her throat a few times, and the dragonborn opens up his eyes a bit, and upon seeing you, sits upright and introduces himself. Why, hello, travelers. How are you doing this fine morning? Allie, these are the fine people I was telling you about earlier that I had a meeting with last evening. You mean while you were drunk? Well, I may have had a few drinks, but that is not the point. They are the ones that returned your lantern. Please, Sunchasers, walk with me. And he starts walking outside.
Sure, why not?
Shit. Too windy to stack BBs.
All right, what did you say?
What color is he again?
Silver.
Silver.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll follow.
My apologize. My apologies for the way that I was last night. It has been frustrating trying to apprehend these invisible thieves that have been stealing from our fair town. Glenn, the proprietor of Hook, Line, and Sinker, mentioned to me that you had stumbled on the outpost that these misfits were using. I am delighted to know that the issue has been taken care of. I asked him this morning, and he couldn't recall asking you. But would you have happened to retrieve a couple of goats? They were stolen from one of our residents that provide milk and cheese for sale here in Caerconic.
We saw the goats, didn't realize that they were anybody's, and set them free.
As I give a very pointed look to Illiken.
Um,
I look around. I don't know what you're talking about. And
about this
outside of character, yes, I do remember. But things like I don't know what you're talking about.
about this time, you get to this building right down here. It's leading you down towards the south. Um, and says one more thing: the bear hammers have gone missing recently as well. As he unlocks the door to the building, that has a sign that states "Snowy Baubles." And as he walks in, he says, Evie and Braun Bearhammer own this place. Nobody has seen them for over a 10-day, yet all of their belongings are still here. It has some of us a bit worried in that they have done some adventuring in the past with Jarthra over at Frozenfar, but surely they would not have left without saying anything or packing up some things. If you happen to see them, in your travels, but they are missed. Uh, sorry. If you happen to see them in your travels, they are missed, and it would be good to have them returned to us. Braun is a descendant of the barbarian tribes who once lived here in Kirkonig. He stands 6 feet and 5 inches tall. He has a bald head, isn't very talkative, and is easy to anger, but generally very organized and tidy. His wife, Evie, is the complete opposite. She is a small, sturdy woman with silky blonde hair. She never seems to run out of things to say or do. Always keeping a positive outlook, Evie also has a habit of teasing her husband a lot.
What were their last names again?
Bearhammer.
Bearhammer. Okay.
And as he describes them, he lifts his arms up and removes an oil painting from above the hearth to show you the painting. And everybody give me a, let's go with intelligence, straight intelligence.
Can somebody roll for me? Granted, I think that's my worst skill, but
Sorry, I whispered it to you.
All good.
You got a 9, Ilkin.
hey, it's better than I normally roll on that.
All right. Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, usually I'm pretty stupid when it comes to intelligence.
Ha ha ha. I see what you did there.
So Celestine, Nowhere, and Claudette, all recognize them as two of the uh, uh, two of the people that attacked you in the Dwargar um, outpost that were covered in spores.
Oh,
Oh. Um. Crap. I can't remember his dude's name.
Robus?
your speaker.
Clovis. Okay. I'm afraid your friends won't be returning.
They won't?
No, they. We encountered them, and they were infected with some sort of disease. They attacked us and seemed to be quite feral at the time. I'm afraid we had to put them down.
Well, that's just, that is unfortunate. That I will have to discuss with some others about that. Thank you for letting me know.
Were there any others missing? Because there were 2 other people with them.
Not from our town, no. There may have been others from other towns I do not know of, but we we don't really get out much as far north as we are.
Well, then that's a blessing at least. That the other 2 weren't victims from your town.
He will grab a hunting trap and a lock from inside that house and hand them over to you and say, "Thank you for solving the Dwargar mystery." And he will also hand you a not the Dwargar mystery, damn it. He will thank you for solving the invisible bandits mystery. And he will hand you a small bag.
Okay, so he gave me a lock, a
A
trap.
lock, a hunting trap, and a small bag.
Okay.
Out.
Um, I'll hang on to the small bag for the moment, but they'll just kind of hand the lock and the trap off to, like, Ilkin or something.
I'll put it in my bag.
Especially the trap.
Well, the trap would be really good for like if we ever have to catch a dragon.
More like a bear trap or an elk trap kind of thing than something that will work on a dragon. But yeah, the hunting trap, rabbits, that kind of thing.
Hey, I've got a book on 100 ways to cook cock.
Hopefully, a chicken doesn't fall into it, but
Yeah,
maybe an axe beak.
it's gonna slaughter a chicken. Like, mangle it pretty badly.
I was thinking more like an owl bear, it's more bird than bear, so.
I just saw that movie last night.
I love it. I want to go see it again. I think I can watch it on TV now. Okay, moving right along. So I think we should go outside and look in the bag and see what we got.
So as you move outside, and he locks up, he mentions, if you are into silver, I would check out Silver Shack Deuce down yonder, and he points to the south, down yonder, about there. Um, if before heading out of our fair town, if you are looking to replenish supplies, if you are looking to replenish supplies or hire a guide, you will want to visit Frozen Far Expeditions to the north, up here. And our healer, Foxes in the Snow, can provide you with medicinal kits to help you in your travels as well if you are in need. And he'll explain how to get to her house if you wish. And he will say, with that, I bid you adieu, and I will go talk with some people about poor Braun and Evie.
Okay, where's the healer's house? All the way down there. All right, thanks. So we can replenish our supplies here. There's a silver depository there. And the healer's house is here.
Yoakim would like to go to the silver house just to see if they purchase silver or if it's strictly dwarven silver that they purchase.
Okay, so you're saying you need to go somewhere with silver?
No, I said the silver house that he was referring to. Yoakim would like to go there to see if they purchase silver that's been mined uh, outside of dwarven silver or a dwarven mine, like the rest of them that they've been to. Where everybody, oh, we won't buy anything from you because you're not a dwarven.
Okay, you big loof, come on.
You have mined silver?
I believe I've mined gold, silver, and something else.
Oh, and I guess let's make our way to Silver Shack Deuce. Although, to be honest, I'm kind of guessing it's probably more of a gambling house than a. At least that's the impression I got. I don't know for sure.
You're probably right.
Oh, we can check it out.
Hello.
Worst comes to worst, I could play dragon chess with somebody.
Okay, so we head over to the Deuce. That sounded weird. Silver Shack.
The Silver Shack do.
There's a song about that.
Does it have a tin roof that's rusted?
Wow.
I get the feeling that
Thanks. Now I can't get that out of my head.
I get the feeling that some kind of pop culture reference just went over my head.
Um, B-52's Love Shack,
Oh, gotcha.
tin roof rusted.
Rusted.
Okay, I got you now. Yeah,
All
that's totally not where my mind was going. For some
right.
reason, I was thinking Screaming Shack from Harry Potter. Or Shrieking Shack?
Freaking check, yeah.
Okay. So I guess we're going to the Silver Shack D. We get there, and is the door open? Does it say open? Do we have to
Doesn't
knock?
say open, but it is unlocked.
Okay. I'll just walk in.
I'll walk in.
Right behind you.
You see a very big human woman um behind the counter. Um uh her name is Vale Avery, and she owns and operates this business. Uh and you see arrowheads and armor and swords and etc., kind of thing, um, all over the walls. And there's a kind of a beaded curtain on a door that leads somewhere into the back. And kind of a big woman that is just kind of standing there watching you.
Okay, I'm going to ask a question only so for my end. Big is in stout or big is in tall?
Yes.
Hi there. How you doing today?
Good. And you?
Doing well. Speaker Trovis sent us down this way saying that you can exchange some silver.
We deal in silver.
How do you deal in silver? Just want to be clear on what I'm getting myself into because I've been through a lot of cities and I've dealt with silver a lot of different ways.
I sell silver. I buy silver. We pay in silver. It's all about silver.
Does it have to be dwarven silver?
Why would it have to be dwarven silver?
Oh, just some places request that it be dwarven silver. Does it have to be refined or refined?
No, I refine it.
Okay. Hey, Illiken, this is your place, dude.
I walk up to the counter and I, um, I reach into my bag. Who's ever looking at my character sheet on the back page where the treasure is? Should be in the middle section. It'll say the ore
Seven,
content.
17 silver ore.
Yeah, 17 silver. I pull it up and I say, I'm just a moment wondering what this will get me uh, at the current moment. And I show her the three that are the silver at.
It'll say, I can give you 140 silver per each of your ores.
Am I right? That's about is it 10 gold or is it 10 silver or 100 silver per gold?
It's 10
Sorry,
silver.
not sorry. I'm going insane. Just one sec.
It's 10 silver per gold. 10 gold per platinum.
Thank you.
Sorry. 50. I hate math. 40 silver per ore is what it was. I did my math wrong.
Okay. I asked her if she has any refining um, tools or anything that can be used for refining.
I do. I use them
And
every day.
what's that for sale?
No, no, no. I sell weapons, and I buy weapons, and I deal in silver.
Okay. At the moment, I'm going to keep, at least I know where to come and sell it because I'm a jeweler myself and I may need some of this for jewels I create.
Fair enough.
Hey, Arden and Nowhere, maybe you guys should invest in some new weapons considering yours were kind of a bit degraded. She says she sells them.
Well, yes.
See what she has.
What are you looking for?
Well, I have old scimitars here, and they're corroded. They don't work very well anymore. Can you either repair them or replace them?
I
Tell me.
don't deal in steel. But I can definitely sell you a pair of silver scimitars.
That just sounds expensive.
Just out of curiosity, Sky, mechanically, are they gonna work just as well as normal ones? Or are you going to do the softened metal penalty? Because silver is softer than steel.
Is that a
No, that's not a D&D thing. It's that I know of
no?
anyway. But
Then no, I wouldn't do that.
okay. Then mechanically, silver weapons are better than steel weapons because they do full damage to enemies that are resistant to mundane weapons.
And they wouldn't corrode when hitting certain puddings or
Yeah.
jellies or other weird foods that aren't really food that seem to attack people.
And how expensive are these weapons?
That's a great question.
Okay, while he's looking that up, I'm making a joke. It won't corrode, but we got him corroded.
No, what you've got corroded is steel weapons.
Oh, okay. Just my mind, please.
Okay. 139. Sorry, nope, not that. 1,390 silver for the silvered scimitar each.
Yeah.
It's 139 gold. That's not terrible.
Is that for two?
That's for one.
Will you give me anything for my steel scimitar?
I don't deal in steel.
That's what I thought. Uh, you have other blades that are uh, less expensive? Long sword, short sword.
We could do a short sword for 1,180 silver. I think maybe. Damn it, math.
Hi, for the two scimitar, it would be 200 and some gold.
Sorry, what was that, Arden?
For the two scimitars, it would be like 200 and 64 gold.
That would be 2,780 silver.
Do you not accept payment in gold?
No, I deal in silver. I have silver weapons. I make silver weapons. I'll buy silvered weapons. I will buy silver ore. I do everything in silver. It is a family thing.
Oh, well, that won't be a
Okay,
problem.
In that case, I don't have anything I can pay you.
you can't help us.
I don't have that
I
much
got a
silver.
question for you, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Do you know anybody in town that can exchange gold for silver to purchase your product?
You could talk to Frozen Far Expeditions, or possibly the Hook, Line, and Sinker, or that's probably about it.
Okay, thank you. And I do thank you, and you look like you have wonderful stock. I hope we are able to return and do business.
Illa can stop flirting. She's probably married.
That probably wouldn't bother him much.
Claudette, give me a perception check.
Let me stop whispering you.
Good news, everybody. I'm home.
Yay.
About damn time.
Left. Left. Shoo.
As you say this, and you happen to look down, she has no ring. Might be because she is sweaty and had just come up from the back and working on stuff, or it might be that she's single.
But if you like him flirting, go ahead, flirt with him. I won't mention his flair for flatulence.
I wonder if there's someone in town, uh, probably a smith who deals in steel weapons.
Did you say this house was where we could go and get supplies?
Oh, yeah, maybe the Frozen Far Expeditions will have some basic weapons for us.
No, I'm gonna go up there.
I can go with you. That's a good idea.
Thank you for your assistance.
You're welcome.
Looking, if you want to stay, you sure can.
I nod to Lady and Fall.
Coward.
Chicken.
I wasn't doing it to flirt.
Okay, so let's make our way up to Frozen Far.
Here we go.
And
As you enter Frozen Far Expeditions, a an older human greets you and says, "Hello, travelers. My name is Atinus. How may I help you?"
We're looking to see about selling and buying some stuff.
I can
Getting
definitely help in
replenished
that.
for getting replenished for our journey ahead.
Do you trade in steel weapons and armor?
Yes, we have some armor, we have some weapons, we have some general adventuring gear. In my younger days, I was actually an adventurer myself. These days, I don't get out much.
Yeah, it's probably safer that way. Uh, do you have a good quality scimitar that you'd be willing to sell?
I can sell you a scimitar for 39 gold.
I get out a bright club and javelin, a black rapier,
Okay.
shiny gem onyx, 3 oak tankards, a large gold bracelet, and a silver ring with onyx, and say, "How much for this stuff?"
You have to put that in chat because I can't remember all that.
I'm
I will.
I'm pretty sure that black rapier is your main hand, unless you found a second black rapier that I'm not remembering at the moment.
Yeah, most likely that's your magical weapon, your artifact.
I'll delete that from my extra inventory then. Thank you.
Okay. Uh, I'd take 2 of those steel scimitars.
All right, that will be 78 gold, please.
Okay. And before I purchase that, is there any sort of a coating you can put on the scimitar that will keep it from corroding?
You can get it silvered. Um, we do have a smith here in town. She only deals in silver. Um, she could coat it for you. If you can pay in silver. She only deals in silver. Outside of that, any of the bigger towns might be able to coat it in silver, and you could pay in other currencies possibly.
Okay, well, I'll just take the 2 scimitars then. You said 78 gold?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And lay 78 gold out on the counter.
Where'd you get the bright club from?
I don't know. It was something that I got at one of the things that we were getting.
It was the first magic item you gave us outside of the ones we were carrying.
The bright club and the javelin?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just don't remember a bright club, so I'm just trying to figure out why it's called bright club.
I don't know.
So,
Okay, I asked the proprietor a question.
Hmm.
You just said that if we can find silver, is there a way that you will exchange gold for silver, or do you have any?
I do have silver here.
What is your conversion rate?
And then he disappears.
Yeah.
Do you have two scimitars?
Yes. Be 78 gold for 2 silvers. 2 scimitars.
Okay.
Oh, look, he's back.
Don't ask me why. One second, I'm looking, and one second, I'm listening.
So to answer your question with a question, conversion?
How much do you sell your gold? Conversion has to trade it, or how much? How much is your trade value for gold to silver?
You give me a gold, I give you 10 silver.
Okay, thank you.
He's not a giant bank that looks to gouge you for fees every time you glance at them.
This
No,
town, this town has like 150 people in it.
that's okay. Just sometimes, it's like, hey, because you're not buying anything, we charge you a one person. This is out of character, not my character. So
Yeah.
I was making
Oh, I,
sure.
I, I get it, but this town has 150 people in it. It's tiny. You may or may not find that in Bryn Shander. You probably would find that in Waterdeep. It's unlikely you're going to find it in any other town.
I'll put the 2 corroded scimitars I have on the counter. Let's see. What can you give me for these?
There's a trash outside you can put them in.
That's kind of what I thought.
I have a short sword and a scimitar. What can you give me for the
Or you're both corroded as well, Arden.
Say again.
Are your short sword and scimitar corroded as well?
Um, I think so. Yes. Gonna go in the trash.
Just a sec. No, your stuff isn't corroded.
Oh,
Yeah, you never hit the. You were outside of the room. You never hit the um
oh,
hit the black pudding with your melee weapons. So yours are good. So you can add that 78 gold back to your feet if you took it out. Noah was standing right next to it and was starting to hit it, not realizing that it was corrosive and would eat the steel.
Sorry, Arden, I misremembered. I thought both of you had corroded weapons.
well, you knew better than me. I couldn't remember at all.
I'll put those corroded scimitars in the trash.
We need anything else here?
Where are you going to buy the scimitars? Uh,
No,
no, I'm talking about nowhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he already bought his.
And did we want to go over and see if she will coat them in silver?
No, I don't think so. That's got to be an expensive process.
I do want to go over and talk with her to see if I can purchase a dagger from her.
Yeah, he wants to talk with her.
I knew somebody was going to say that, but I head back over and ask if she has any daggers.
We'll say yes. They would be 1,050 silver.
Looking for my gold coin.
Wow, this dagger is more expensive than the short sword. And the scimitar.
No, no. The scimitar was 1,390. The uh, short sword was 1,180.
Oh,
The dagger is 1,050.
sorry, I missed. I changed the. Yeah, never mind.
I thank her and I ask what the cost would be to coat the. Okay, does my weapons need to be coated, or because they're magical they don't?
They're magical. They don't.
Okay, then I will tell her I should be back in a few moments, and I go back over to the other store or the other shop and ask if he has enough that silver that I can exchange 100 gold coins for silver.
He will give you 1,000 silver for 100 gold coins.
I will
I
give him
think
the
that's
information.
correct.
Yeah.
Does he have a water skin?
Sure. Let me find it.
I'll hand him one of my extras. Who's
Or
that?
not.
I got extras.
That's what I was looking for. I only had one, and we go out for a lot longer time than one water skin will suffice.
Yeah, we're also surrounded by snow, though, which conveniently turns into water most of the time.
Or so you think. Ha 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 ha.
Okay, I will go back and purchase the um, dagger.
Alright. You now have a silver dagger.
Just mechanically speaking, Kenny, a silvered weapon is kind of like a half step between a normal weapon and a magic weapon. It the only difference is between a normal weapon and a silvered weapon is that a normal weapon only does half damage or no damage to a creature that requires magic weapons to hit. A silvered weapon will do full damage.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Mm. Now I have something that if I need to cut something or do something, I can. Because I'm looking through my thing and say, oh crap, I don't have anything for that.
Okay, well,
I need that.
just making sure you understand the difference.
Alright, Claudette. He will offer to buy your um javelin for 2 silver, 4 copper. Um and the club for 13 gold.
I give them to him.
Um Bracers. Bracers, he will give you 2 gold.
I give him the bracers.
Staff, he will give you 3 silver and 4 copper.
Give him the staff.
And that's all that he will take off your hands. And he will let you know that some of the bigger towns might be able to use the other items. We don't get much in visitors even when summer hit, but with summer not appearing to be a thing anymore up here, it's not stuff that I can sell to others.
It's no problem. Just wanted to offer it. What you could take, you took. I appreciate it. All right. Does anybody want to go to the healer person place?
Might as well go meet her, see if she has anything of interest to tell us or needs anything.
So you don't want the large gold bracelet.
Why would I want a large gold bracelet?
So that idiot could buy it and sell it to the lady down at the Silver Shack do. I pointed at Illiken.
Just sell it directly to Illiken.
Yeah.
Okay, I put it back in my pocket or back in my bag and I walk out. Start heading towards the Snow Fox's hideout. Anybody coming with me?
Yeah,
Sure, I'll go with you.
I'll go
I'm
with.
following right along.
I follow.
As we go by the fox, as they go by the speaker's place, is he actually home? Does it look like?
It does not. It looks about the same as it did last night. Um, there's a couple of torches lit, a couple of candles lit, but you don't see any shadows moving around.
I say to Celestine, you know, this is the first time we've been in one of these tin towns that the speaker's house wasn't like welcoming, open, accommodating.
He's a drunk. What do you expect?
I wonder why he's a drunk. I wonder if it's because of the never ever winter. Then when we get down to Snow Fox's hideout, I'll go ahead and just walk in the door.
I'm right there with you.
Announcing as I walk in,
Um,
greetings and salutations.
hold on, just a sec. Um, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Okay. Um, you walk in. He looks over at you, grabs a knife. Looks like a butter knife, and you see an old tabaxi um, with white fur and dark brown stripes running down her sides, looking at you like trying to figure out how the hell you got through her door.
Hi, Speaker Trova sent us your way saying that you had some healing potions.
Mm, no, I have healer's kits that have herbs and padding that you can help stabilize people with. I don't deal in potions.
What type of herbs do you deal in? And trust me, this is just between us. Your secrets, whatever you have, it's safe with you. I need about as much help as you do. So you just let me know what I can do for you, and I will try to help you out.
Uh, Silky osier, sweet tassel. That's pretty much what we have up here. I'm not really not an alchemist. I don't mix herbs. I just use them for ailments when people are sick or unconscious.
Ah, unconscious would be a good one for us to have. We're on a mission to try to stop this Everwinter for you guys.
That would make it hunting a lot easier.
For sure. So we want to help, and we're hoping that we can help. But in order to do that, we have to, kind of stay conscious. And some of us end up unconscious occasionally.
Well, if you would like, I do have several healers kits available. They are 9 gold apiece.
Okay. Could I have 5 of them, please?
She will put down the butter knife and uh, go into a back room and bring out 5 healers kits for you.
I hand one to Celestine, one to Illican, one to Nowhere, one to Arden, and tack one in my bag. And I hand her 45 gold.
And I take out 9 gold and hand it to um, Claudette.
I don't need it. Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate the offer, but this will help us all. So if one of us goes down, one of us can save the other. And I figure since we might be dealing with feuding Goliaths here soon, that maybe, just maybe, we might need them because they could just like bonk us on the head and we go out. And I'm going to head out and say, okay, let's go find where we're looking for on this map. Anybody else coming?
Right behind you.
Okay, Arden, show us where we're going.
I had to use the map. I'm following with.
I'm going with you.
Yeah, I'll go along.
Wait, they switched maps.
Thank you.
So y'all are up here in Caricon up here. And the mark that she made on the map is all the way down here.
Oh boy. All right, Arden, you want to lead the way?
Yeah, I guess I can. Gonna be a long trip.
The next question is, what route are you planning on taking?
My suggestion is to go ahead and go north of Loch Dinenshire and then go around and go across and then down. Aye, Captain.
That looks like a good track.
Although,
Sure, why not?
is this a lake here or a river? I really can't ping. I'm sorry.
Click and hold.
I am. I've been pinging a lot, but I can't ping now.
Okay.
Oh, here.
Maybe.
Is that a river?
Yes.
Okay, it's probably iced over though, right?
You don't know.
That's true. We don't. All right, but let's head that way.
So I'll head out.
Alrighty. Give me a perception check.
Can I help him?
He's got the map, and you can help him as well. Everybody can help him, but he's got the map, so he's got advantage.
Away we go.
That would actually put you at that river. Mouth of the lake per se. At about 9 p.m.
Do we see anywhere for camp? Or does it look like it's a shape water, get in underground type situation?
Whoever's looking, give me a survival check.
I think we should all look.
Well, I'm looking for one.
Okay, I'll look.
I'll support.
It is definitely a It's probably better for you to make your little igloo with your shape water and Illiken's placing blocks kind of thing.
Hey, Illiken, you want to earn the bracelet? You can make us an igloo.
Still trying to figure out where this joke came from and what I did while I was drunk. And then he goes and he starts helping.
It's okay. Everything was your fault while you were away. Don't worry. While you were drunk, everything was your fault.
He's not drunk. He's still his fault.
Once we get that dug out, if Celestine wants to work on her leatherworking, I will help her with her leatherworking.
I will be happy to accept that help. But first, I will hand you another healing kit because I have one that I don't really need, and yeah. So now you have another one, okay?
Okie dokie.
But other than that, yeah, I will work on leatherworking after we get camp meat. You want 2 rolls?
Yes, give me 2 rolls. And your tent is done. Or sorry, your thing is done.
Okay. Um. As I finish it, I will step outside of the igloo and set it up and show it off to everyone. And it is a tent large enough for 4 men to sleep in it comfortably. Or 4 people, I should say.
Awesome.
And he folds up, and I give it to Illiken because he is our cargo or pack rat,
Neil?
pack mule.
I put it in my bag.
That's a 4-man tent.
AFK.
Let's actually go ahead and take our 15, because it's right about that time.
Okie dokie.
Works for me.
Sky, are you still there?
Yep,
What's the weight of that 4-man tent?
I just put it in there for you. It's 35 pounds.
Thank you. Just trying to make sure I got it.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
We got an Arden and an Illiken. Oh, you queued up. I didn't hear you. Arden, you're muted if you're trying to talk.
I'm here.
Woohoo! Well, guess we will get started and come back when he gets back.
All right.
You do hear me, right?
No, now I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, because I've been here the entire time. That's why I was asking.
Said I was waiting for Arden and Illiken, and I saw you queue up, but I didn't hear anything. So, all right. So, Celestine gets her tent built. Anybody else doing anything in that 4 hours?
Is there a way that I can make with the rock sculpting a tools to start melting and working with the metal that I do have?
I'm sorry. One more time.
Is there a way that with the rock sculpting that I can make tools to start, melting or the silver or the gold that I have, so I can start making, rings and stuff like that?
Um, if you can find rock, then sure.
Or
Give me a perception check. You find a bunch of rocks, as you're, at a bed of a river, but they don't seem to be the type of rock you're looking for that would withstand the heat. Like you could probably meld them together, but they probably aren't going to withstand the heat when you go to heat your metal up.
Okay, thank you. Since it's getting near time to sleep, I'm going to do my 10 berries. Eat one and then redo them. Ask if anybody else wants a berry.
Not until tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Nobody else doing anything? I guess bedtime.
Sounds good to me.
Hold on.
Sure. I'll take a watch.
Yeah, I'll take a watch.
And I guess I'll take watches 3 and 4.
All right. Nowhere. Give me a perception check.
That doesn't look good.
That doesn't look good at all.
Maybe I should sleep first and do my watch later.
Yeah, you are sleeping.
Yeah.
My passive
Unfortunately, that's
perception
not
is
how that works. But um, everybody heads to bed, and you look out the look out. Let's see here. You look out into the east, and snow's falling just lightly. Wind's blowing lightly, but you're in your little igloo. Um, and um, you walk over and just fall into the snow asleep. Nice bit of powder. Just it's like a nice down bed.
Cold and wet wakes me up.
You're in your winter clothing, and it's nice and warm, and it's very cuddly. Uh, Claudette, give me a perception check at disadvantage.
who? Me.
You.
Perception at disadvantage?
Yep. Stealth didn't give me a perception at disadvantage. Felstein, you wake up um of your trance. Nobody shook you awake. It's a little odd. And Nowhere is not in his bedroll, but just sleeping over by the side of the igloo. Everybody else is in their bedrolls. Except for possibly Arden, who's probably in a trance.
I will move. Well, can I tell how long it is before? Can I get an approximate idea of when during the watches it is? I mean, would it be normally my watch at this point?
If you happen to go outside and look up at the stars,
Yeah.
since you are a starry type person, you could figure out, based off the stars, that you've got about 2 hours left on your watch.
Oh wow. Well, I will move Nowhere's bedroll over next to him and kind of try to gently push him down onto it so that he's not sitting in the snow. Because the last thing I need is to him to get sick and then everyone else start getting sick, and that's a big mess. We don't need that. And then I will continue the watch from there.
Go ahead and give me a perception for your actual watch.
Oh my god, they multiply.
I'm sorry.
Well, we have for like a couple months now, like actually it's probably closer to a couple years. I've been seeing this guy riding a red motorcycle, crotch rocket, and his helmet is covered in like gray fur, and he has these long rabbit ears coming off of it. And I just saw another one. He was just riding with another person on a black crotch rocket, and that guy's helmet was yellow fur with rabbit ears. They multiply.
Put a sign outside on your lawn that says, "We hunt in wabbits."
AKA Steve.
Sounds to me like they're getting ready for the purge.
Huh, that could be.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wonder if that's where
Well,
they actually got the idea. Anyway, I'm sorry, totally off topic. Go ahead with what you were saying, Sky.
yeah, your entire 2-hour watch goes without a hitch, and morning comes. That is still dark, and look up towards the stars, and about the time that you would normally wake up, and everybody gets their full rest in.
Okay, yeah, I'll just go around and wake everyone.
I
I'll
like
get up
waking me
and
up.
check my gear.
I'll get my gear gathered up.
Incidentally, did I notice any tracks or anything in camp that might imply there was somebody there during the watch downtime?
Give me an investigation check. Nope,
You okay, Dad?
Yep, I'm okay.
nope, no tracks.
Okay, good.
Just the tracks that you made coming into your little camping area and walking to and fro, making your igloo.
Awesome. Shall we continue?
I guess so.
May get ready to go.
Then let us head out. I will double check nowhere. You good nowhere?
I'm good. It was a nice night. I slept well.
I'm sure you did. I hope you stayed plenty warm. Okay, then I guess let's head out.
Right.
Um,
Arden, want to lead the way?
Yep,
sure. Yep.
headed out.
Go and give me the perception check.
I ain't gonna see anything.
The plus side is that you got a 9, but the negative side is that you got a 9. Um, about 8 o'clock at night, you get to about there.
Oh, wait.
And so,
You know that you're heading east, but as you get there, uh, you look towards the south and see a nice big hill that should have been on the north of you, but is on the south of you.
hell,
I look at who's direct.
I I got everybody to know that I kind of got off the trail that we were going to take, and we're on the opposite side of this hill that we should be on.
Oh, we'll just have to make up time tomorrow.
Hmm. I don't know if rushing to make up time tomorrow would be the best idea, but we'll figure something out.
I didn't necessarily say rush. I just said we'll make up time tomorrow.
Okay.
So, so
And
Ellie can drag that tent out.
Claudette, I'm afraid I don't have anything for you to help me with tonight. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I was thinking of trying to learn a new language.
Anything I'm familiar with?
Oh, I'm sure it's something that I'm familiar with one of the people that I killed. I'll just have to commune with them for a little while.
Understandable.
I pull out the tent
You
and
do
say,
you can do a skill or a tool proficiency with that, not languages.
Oh, okay. Well, darn. I thought languages were a skill.
No.
Good try, though, huh?
Nice try, yes.
I set up the tent and then look around for rocks or things that I can use to for my jewelry.
Alright, go and give me a perception check. Or survival, actually. Either one.
I'm sorry, who did you ask for that?
Illigan.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna go to sleep once we get everything situated.
You said survival.
You, well, you chose perception. I said perception or survival. I'll give you one nice sized rock that you think would work for heating up. You're gonna probably need 3 more of this size to get like this is gonna be like a this size rock. Um, you'll probably need like 3 more in order to meld them together to make a bowl or I don't know a mold or whatever you're doing to get the metal hot.
Mold. Okay, thanks. Do we have a blacksmith in the group?
Nope.
I walk over to Claudette and sit down before she. No, she's already gone to bed. Never mind.
No, go ahead. Walk over to Claudette. Sit down.
I walk over to her and I say, I know we pick up scrap metal and everything. Something that we need, I need right now is a blacksmith who could help me melt some of it to help me create a mold or a. I want to say it's a soup dish, but it's not. Or not a soup dish, but a pour. Um, the metal looks like a spoon that you melt it in and then you can pour it into your mold.
Have no idea what you're talking about, but let me talk with one of my victims. I suppose I'll learn blacksmithing while I take my long rest.
Like a ladle.
Exactly like a ladle. Thank you. That word I just could not place.
I didn't know if they were in character or out of character, so I mean, I had no clue about blacksmithing, so I was just in character when I said I have no clue.
I was just thinking about soup, but I 100% understand not remembering words because that shit happens to me all the time.
It happens to me in 3 languages. So while I take my long rest, I will use the Whispers of the Dead and learn some blacksmithing.
All right.
Seems we're getting about to that time again. I'll offer again to take a watch and see if maybe I can actually stay awake for it.
I'm more than willing to take a watch if I know that I need to take it.
I'll take a watch.
Wake me if you need anything.
All right. Know where we're going first.
Sure.
All right. Give me a perception. So chances we can get another one. Um,
Seems likely I might redeem myself. Okay, so
you hear um outside the who's sleeping in the tent, who's not sleeping in the tent.
I probably wouldn't be sleeping in the tent.
Okay. Um, you hear outside the tent the familiar flapping of wings.
I look up and try to determine the direction it's coming from. Maybe we can see a dragon. Maybe.
You look up, you can faintly see the outline in the clouds above. And it is heading that direction.
I'm sorry, what's that line again?
That was the direction that the dragon is heading.
Right, gotcha.
Well, I'll take note of it, but then I'll just continue my watch. Look around a little bit. Don't see anything.
But yeah, the rest of your watch goes without a hitch. And your 2 hours comes to an end.
All right. And so, and I'll see who is going to take the second shift?
Whoever, they're all asleep, so
Claudette.
All right, I'll go and I'll shake Claudette awake and whisper to her that it's her turn for the watch, and I didn't see or hear anything troubling. There was a uh, dragon that flew over fairly high and traveling to the northeast.
Interesting. I say, all right, well, if you would like my bedroll, it's already warm. And I will go sit by the opening of the tent where I can see Celestine and our party and what's ahead of us.
Okay. You sure you don't want this warm bedroll to keep you warm while you watch?
Hopefully, I'll stay awake.
All right. Well, I'll take advantage of the warm bed and just lay down and roll right in.
I mean, I don't know exactly how much warmer it would be than normal since I'm usually pretty cold, but all right, let me know.
give me a perception check.
Even if I was at disadvantage, I'm just as good as I am at advantage. Do I get to see the Oompa Loompas?
Um, your walks goes 2 hours goes with no issues. Everybody's sound asleep, and it's starting to snow a little bit, but nothing horrible. Yeah.
All right, I'll go and kind of nudge Arden a little bit and say, hey, no issues during my watch, but nowhere saw a dragon going northwest. Uh,
Northeast.
Northeast, sorry, northeast. Um, it's your turn, and I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed.
Okay.
By the
I
way,
get up.
do you have
You
any
can use my
blacksmithing
sleeping
tools?
bag.
Oh, thanks. Do you have any blacksmithing tools?
No.
Oh, okay. This is going to be an interesting feat. All right. I'll see you when I wake up.
Okay.
Give me a perception check.
I go fall asleep.
No, you're good. You got a 13. You're good. Um,
I'll be right back.
Arden was the last watch, right?
Yeah.
yep.
Okay.
the storm over you as you go out and watch. Uh, the storm moves off towards the north, and see a storm light up a little bit like lightning, um, but it's far, far away from you. Um, and your 4 hours goes and not bothered by anything, and it's a fairly quiet night. And by the end of the night, the aurora is shining somewhat brightly as it is time to wake up your companions.
Yeah. I'll go into the tent, start shaking everybody by the feet. Tell them it's time to get up. Sounds like everybody's still asleep. Maybe I ought to tear the tent down.
Yeah, once everyone's awake, I'll take it down and give it back to Illiken.
And I'll go ahead and roll up my sleeping gear and strap it on my pack. And I'll break in and open double rush.
And everybody has completed a long rest.
Sweet.
And Claudette now knows blacksmithing but has no blacksmithing tools.
What do you need? Tongs and a hammer and an anvil? And some kind of a forge, bellows or whatever? Don't know where we would get that.
For the most part, that sounds like kind of stuff we'd buy from
A blacksmith?
either a blacksmith or a general goods store.
Yeah, well, maybe when we find a place.
Possibly.
Uh, well, I'm ready whenever you are.
I'm back.
Welcome back. You now know blacksmithing.
I look at Arden and say, this might have been a waste of our time if nobody has any blacksmithing tools.
Well, yeah. Uh,
Let us
Stop
get it.
in a bigger town. We may be able to buy some.
Yeah, maybe. I may have to learn something before then, but we'll see. All right, moving right along. I don't know if Arden should lead the way or not, but he's got the map.
I'm ready to go if everybody else is.
All right, give me your perception check.
Uh-huh. So we're at the river crossing.
You are at another river.
Well, big question is it frozen or is it moving?
Give me a survival check. Looks frozen. I mean, there's definitely ice over it,
How
but
thick the ice is?
whether that's an inch or 7 feet, looks
Ah,
frozen.
I'm gonna tie my rope around my waist and hand it to Illiken and tell him, just in case it's not as frozen as we need it to be. And I'll start slowly walking out onto the ice.
Give me a dexterity save as you walk out onto the ice.
Yeah.
You
Can I
fall on
use
your ass. What's up?
Can I use wheel on him? Would that be okay? It's gotta be within 30 feet of me. Not sure how close he is at this point.
That makes him reroll the thing.
No, it adds a d6.
Gotcha. Go for it.
Um, there it is. Oh, yeah, that's better than nothing.
You start to slip, but um, miraculously, for some strange cosmical reason, you don't slip. Um, you can feel the ice cracking below your feet, but it doesn't seem to break through to water.
I'll keep going until I get to the other side. And with Illiken on one side, me on the other, we got a one rope bridge.
Okay.
Well, if nobody else is going to try it, I will.
Oh, I'll go.
I'll bring up the rear. Well, I guess Illiken will bring up the rear, but I'll go last.
Everybody give me dexterity saves except for Arden. At advantage because of the rope. Except for Illiken, who's got the other side of the rope. Illiken, dex save.
Okay.
Claudette, Noah, and Celestine get across without any issues. Illiken slips and falls on his ass, taking 1 point of damage.
Can you do one for my Drake too?
No, I'm not worried about your Drake. It's more of a slipping and falling kind of thing, and your Drake is small and lizard-like, so.
Yeah, your Drake calls the other side, turns around, watches you slip, and he goes,
The Drake's warm-blooded or cold-blooded. It probably is inside Illiken's shirt.
Well, it's a summon, so it's actually not a dragon, so it's not really affected-ish.
Isn't this thing big enough I can ride it yet?
I mean, you can try. It might disappear, but
I thought I was at that high level.
nope. All right, so it is, we'll say with this event, probably 9:30 at night.
all right, I'll roll up my rope and attach it to my backpack. Tell Illigan to break out the tent. We can put it up.
Pull it out, get it out, and then search for rocks.
I'll give him a hand with that.
Illiken, perception, or survival at advantage with Celestine's help. You find the other 3 rocks you were looking for. This river was much better than the last to have this type of stone that can withstand hot temperatures.
Well, that was kind of the river.
Nice. I will use the rock forming and form them into a good mold.
What kind of mold are you making?
I'm actually going to make a for a ring, or right now something like a ring, to where a thin strips that I can pour the once I have the ladle that I can put the um, that I can melt my block of gold or silver into, slowly uh, pour it in and start making rings.
Gotcha. Cool.
They're nothing big. It's just something that I can carry around with me and say, okay, now I can start making this thin strips of metal.
Sounds good. Anybody else doing anything?
I believe I spent my time helping Illikens. I don't know that I can do anything else.
I can go to sleep.
All right. Yes, if you're going to bed, watch us.
I'll take the last one.
I took the first one since I haven't took one in a while.
I'll take the one in the middle.
All right. Ilkin, give me a perception check. Your watch goes with no issues whatsoever. Still pretty clear out. And your 2 hours comes to a close, and yeah, it's nice.
I walk over and I tap Arden's foot and wake him up. Let him know it's been a really quiet night. Slightly way too quiet for my taste. I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay. Have a good rest. I'll get up, go outside the tent, start my watch.
All right, give me a perception. Same thing. In your 4 hours, about 2 hours in, some clouds start rolling in. Starts to lightly snow, but other than that, Nothing of severe importance. And your 4 hours comes to an end, and all good.
Okay. I'll wake up Claudette.
All right, my turn already, huh?
Perception for Claudette. About an hour into your watch, you're sleepy and you're watching the snow just lightly fall. Lightly fall. Lightly.
Figured as much.
Everybody else give me a perception check at disadvantage. Wow.
Well, damn.
I like that antenna.
You wake up. Let's see here. Celestine, Illican, and Arden wake up right about the same time. And notice that the sun has crested above the mountains just barely to the south. Means it's probably around 10 in the morning-ish.
I yawn. I walk over and I tap on Claudette's foot. And I do it softly. Do a little more, and until I see her start to get up and ask, "Had a really long conversation with your ghost, huh?"
Holy shit, I fell asleep. I jump up. I start apologizing profusely. And then I pack up my bedroll and say, Arden, I hope you're better than I am at keeping watch.
Okay.
Let's see if today we can try not, going the wrong direction.
Come on now. It's
He did really good getting us this far yesterday, so we shouldn't be too bad.
It's an adventure.
Yeah, it's a good adventure. You know, but it seems like some of us are needing the extra sleep, so we need to get to wherever we're going fast as possible. Because this bad weather is not helping them when they're sleeping.
Can I have a berry, please?
I'll take one of those too if you don't mind.
So we all buried up.
Everybody wants one.
I guess we're ready to go.
All right. Get a perception check for the trip.
Okay.
I'll help them.
And actually, are you going to go for the full 12 hours to get you to 10 p.m.?
I think so. I don't know. What's the group want to do?
Let's go ahead and go to 10.
Okay.
You'd have normally about 2 hours left of downtime for until bed if you decide to do that.
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go. I'm looking for trees or something, firewood that I can pick up as I go.
All right, Ilkin, give me a survival check. How long are you going for?
Just an hour.
You find enough wood for 2 bundles, which would last for about an hour if you're looking at cooking on it, or about 2 hours if you're not.
Well, since right now we're doing berries, and I'll use 1 hour to warm us up, but I'll save one so I can start collecting wood. So I can start if we come across any good metal, that we can start blacksmithing or melting what I've got. So I'll start collecting it for that.
Anybody else doing anything?
Not
No,
really.
All right. Amy, who's doing watches?
I'll take watch, yeah.
Yeah, I can take a watch.
yeah, I'll take last watch.
I'll sleep for 8 hours.
She's probably the only
Tell my
one. She's probably the only one of us that doesn't actually need sleep.
am I correct that me and since nowhere says he'll take first, that I said I take first. Since he takes four, it'll be me and him at the same time. And then 2 hours after, I'll drop off, and him and Arden will take over.
I don't know. I'm not an elf, so I don't think
Okay.
I can take more than two.
Yeah, that's it.
I thought you were. Sorry, thanks.
And he could take 4, but he probably won't be doing well tomorrow.
So Illigan's going to take 2. Nowhere's going to take 2. And Arden is going to take the last 4.
All right. You're looking perception.
Oh man.
Loving these ones tonight. Of course, I can't get any ones, but whatever. Yeah. Everybody goes to bed, and let's say you.
I'm enjoying that heat of the fire a little too much.
Yeah, that works. Nice. You haven't had a fire going in a while. That's one.
So I'm just
Three.
watching the flames dance, and I watch the flames dance. I was only going to burn an hour. Well, I got an hour, and I was already asleep, so I couldn't do another if I wanted to.
Nowhere. Give me a perception check at disadvantage. Arden, give me a perception check at disadvantage. Arden, you wake up. Or are you in your trance?
Hmm.
You look around, and Illiken is causing a bulge in the tent, as he's leaned up against the side of it, and everybody else is still asleep.
I go outside the tent, see if I can gauge by the stars what time it may be.
Give me a survival check. Yeah, you know that you've got about 3 hours left on your watch, or what your watch was supposed to be.
And I'll go back in the tent and grab Elegant's sleeping gear, throw it on top of him, and finish out my watch.
Nice guy, yeah.
Yep, I figured Drake's sleeping beside me, so I'm staying a little warm. He just made sure I stayed warm. Thanks.
Give me another perception check for your actual watch, Arden. Yeah. Nothing else out of the ordinary happens, and about 3 hours later, it seems about the time that people would normally have completed their long rest and can now wake up and start moving.
I'll go inside the tent and wake everybody up and kick Elegant's feet.
Silicon, as you wake up, there is just blackness. There's something heavy on top of you.
I feel a jerk on my foot. I startle awake. I was like, can't see. You, I can see, but why are you waking me up? I mean, why? Oh shit!
I'll jump up, do a couple of jumping jacks, put my pack on, say, okay, I'm ready to go.
I start packing up. It takes me a little longer to pack up my gear because it's not all together, so I gotta go and get it all.
While he's dragging his gear out, we'll tear the tent down, get it ready to be put in his bag.
Yep, that's what I do.
Check to make sure everybody's ready.
All right, give me a perception roll on your map.
I give everybody a good berry since this morning.
I accept and eat it.
I do too.
About two hours into your walk, your truck, I guess I should say. You start seeing every so often a random long weapon just sticking out of the snow, battered, not a great weapon, not something that you could sell and make money off of or anything. But here and there, there's a two-handed battle axe or a javelin stuck in the snow, or just some random dead animals you're stuck out of them.
I don't know if I'd call that random stuffed animals, but, you know.
I look at some of the tools or some of the weapons that we see, and I look over at um, or Claudette and ask, "Can any of these be turned into a ladle?"
Can any of them be turned into what?
Ladle, a metal ladle, or where I can melt.
Okay, even if they could, I don't have the tools to be able to do it.
Add a character. He looks at his arms and says, "I got big arms. I got rocks. I can smack it."
I ask him if this is familiar to him, if they look like a warning or anything, or is this like a gateway to a Goliath city?
Ilkin, give me a history check. You've been gone for a while, but you don't know that this is a. You don't remember this ever being a tradition among your people. Mark their boundaries or whatever.
Something like looking like this to mark boundaries, or if it was, I wasn't trained in being part of the. I was too young to be part of their the superstitions, not ceremonies, to mark their areas.
Okay, just so we're looking for a group of warring Goliaths right now. In case you didn't know, they may be in this area. Possibly. We don't know.
Do I recognize any of the surrounding landscapes?
Funny that you would mention that. Give me a survival check at advantage. You're supposed to be heading to Wormdoom Preg, which which you know of. And this does not seem like the way to Wormdoom Preg. But
have any of us ever been there?
no, none of you have been there. You're following the map. You're following the mark on the map that Danica put on the map. But Illiken, it's been, 7 years? And you're not seeing any landmarks that you think should be in certain places.
He's looking around. You mentioned the gates and everything, and he said, "No, this doesn't look like anything that I would." But then he's just looking around, and it's one of those where a frown's on his face, and he's looking around. He jerks a little bit, jerks a little over the side, and he goes, "I don't recognize any of this area. I know we're supposed to be heading. I know that's what he said we're supposed to go to, but I'm just not. I'm not seeing something I'm expecting. Whether it's a mountain or a rock cliff or just it's not bringing back, oh, I remember this memories."
Right, we may have been sent on a wild goose chase.
Well, may as well see to the geese.
You should stick to the map. What'd you say?
Well, Claudia was just saying we may have been sent on a wild goose chase. And I said we might as well see to the geese. As in,
See it through. Let's find out what's
Okay, I'm good with that. I mean, maybe something that I don't, it's been several years. I might not just remember. I
You
did
might
spend an
also
awful
have
lot
been
of time
somewhere else.
in caves. So, I mean, it's like I remember I spent a lot of my time in the mines. So, it's been a long time since I've been in this area.
well, nature has a habit of changing fairly quickly when you're not expecting it.
And he may have come in from another direction.
That's very true as well.
So I guess we'll carry on.
Carry on, Christian. So,
That is not the song I was thinking.
thinking carry on my wayward son.
That's what I was thinking. Please tell me you guys saw that video I put up for Jenny D in Discord about the Bard songs.
Oh, definitely.
That's awesome.
call it. Been so busy, have not seen it yet.
Definitely something you need to look up at the end of the session, man. It's totally worth it. It's about a 10-minute video. It's completely worth it. Sorry.
We'll be right back.
So are we at the end of our day? Or
Yes. You have reached the end of your 12 hours. And you got 4 hours till bed.
um
Anybody wanting to do anything?
I was looking something up on my little the working chart here that you were so kind to make.
See if there's any thing for firewood.
What about firewood?
He's gonna look for firewood. Give me a survival. And how long are you going?
1 hour.
For an hour?
Yeah, just around the area where.
I look over at Illiken and I said, any metal could possibly make a ladle, but it's also going to depend on, the quality of the metal.
When while we're parked here, do you want to see if any of this may be good metal for it
I mean,
while we're looking for fire?
I've been looking at the metals and I've seen some good metal that we could possibly take. But again, it really kind of depends on what we use. There's some things that are damaged from the frozen aspect of it that may likely not melt, and I can't melt it until I get a forge. And without a blacksmithing hammer and without blacksmithing tools and without having things that we can use with the anvil, I can't really determine what's going on with the metal. After that, I go to sleep.
You know, might be better if you want to make that ladle to make it out of stone. Then maybe it wouldn't melt.
Excuse me, sorry. Didn't mean to sneeze into the mic.
That's a very good idea.
Good idea.
Illiken, you find 2 bundles of firewood.
So I'm saying we only want to keep the other.
Okay, if I'm reading this right, where to go? Um, I can apparently boil these carapace, multiple carapace, whatever you want to, however you want to say it, carapaces. That sounds weird.
Shells.
Sure, that works. In wax to make them tough carapace, tough shells, which would give me a +1 to AC to whatever I make from it. If I'm reading this right.
Is that boiled in the wax before you shape it or after you shape it?
Well, the way this reads, it would be before because it implies that all the materials need to have the modifier. So it implies that all the items are separate and have the tough modifier before creating the item.
I was just thinking it might be easier to tool if you hadn't toughened it up yet. But you do what you have to do.
Oh, I'm mixing sections here. Never mind, ignore me. Go on to something else. Let me look through this a little more. Maybe I can figure out what I'm trying to figure out and not waste your guys' time. So, I'm not doing anything tonight. I will just sit down and chill.
I'll take a watch. And before I go to sleep, I'll thank Celestine for the tent.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I guess I can take a watch.
Okay. Thank
Claudette, give me a perception check.
Because I do so good at all this. All right, 1 second.
Well, if you suck at them, stop volunteering to do them.
Oh, shit. I got to. Well, there we go. I don't even think I got an hour into my watch tonight. Hopefully one of you weren't asleep when I fell asleep.
Yeah, you got an hour in, but only an hour. Yeah, about an hour in. It's an awesome tent that is keeping the wind blowing from the mountains off your skin, and the wind outside just kind of soothing to the soul. Assuming you have a soul, I don't know. And eventually you nod off. And nowhere, give me a perception at disadvantage. And who's supposed to be taking third? Arden or Celestine? Or somebody else?
Don't think anyone ever volunteered for it.
Alright, everybody else give me a perception at disadvantage.
On this drawer.
This reminds me nearly as bad as yesterday's rolls with Jeff.
I'm sorry?
all your 20s and
Oh,
every.
Um, Celestine, you wake up and checking the stars um, outside. Uh, you can guess that you're 2 hours into the night, about 2 in the morning.
okay. I will keep watch for about 4 hours, and then wake someone else.
I
Give me a.
thought, wasn't my watch supposed to be?
You're asleep.
There was nobody awake to wake you.
Okay, whatever.
Go and give me a perception for your watch.
I'm gonna laugh if I fall asleep too.
Yeah, your watch goes without a hitch. Um, it's a bit windy outside and noisy and cold,
I
but
use my
outside of that,
I use the continual flame on my spear to keep me warm.
okay. Um, but yeah, nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, and at the end of that 4 hours, I will go wake. Um, nowhere. I'll just kind of be like, hey, I know you're supposed to take watch earlier, but things kind of went haywire. There's only about 2 hours left until daylight.
Yeah, haywire never happens around here.
Well, can't really speak to that, but or
All right.
not planning to speak to that.
What?
So
Uh,
enjoy your watch.
what's our situation?
Um, it's been a quiet night.
I always like those. All right.
Have a good one. And then I'm going to be back to sleep.
Nowhere, give me a perception check. And your watch also goes out without a hitch. Looking out at the tent, you can see some of the snow blowing off the mountains further to the north. Um, it's not actually snowing, but you can see snow blowing around. Um, but outside of that, it's quiet 2 hours, and everybody has completed the long rest again.
All right. I'll go around and wake everyone and pack up my gear and get ready for the day.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll stretch and get up, pack my gear, help tear down the tent.
I'll kind of watch you doing this. Gonna wrap my arms around my arms and or arms around themselves. Kind of mumble to myself about my brilliant idea of giving away that summer star.
I wake up, bury my head in the snow, and just cry. just for a second.
Bury head in snow and they just scream your rage out, or
Yeah, pretty much. Gotta scream that rage out because I realize I must have fell asleep in another watch. And then I pack my stuff and say, okay, let's go.
I didn't say anything to anyone, so
All my gear is put together if I'm waking up, and then I'm ready to go.
Uh,
okay,
if
that's fine.
everybody's ready to go, I guess we'll start.
Yeah,
All right. Give me a perception check, Mr. Map Person. 13. So 13. Um.
Didn't that tree? Didn't we pass that rock on the other side a few moments ago?
2 hours goes by and it starts getting a little dim as the sun starts to crawl up. Another 2 hours goes by and you get to the base of a mountain. Everybody give me dexterity saves. Um, Nowhere. At one point going up this mountain, you slip, fall about 10 feet, and take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. But eventually you make it up to a narrow valley. And white, I'm switching maps.
Are those our footprints or someone else's?
Someone else's.
Guys, do you see the footprints?
I'm going to cast the light on myself so I can see. Not light, but
The normal.
dark vision.
Oh, dark vision? Which one?
That's what he has, right? Yeah, that's what you're talking about, dark vision.
yep.
Okay.
Where'd you get that, Illican?
His weapon.
Nice.
For an hour and cast light for 10 minutes, something like that as well.
You gonna cast light as well? Is that what you said?
I can.
Mm. Okay.
Let's see, you get to about there, um, and you hear um, some type of bird call ish, echoing off the mountain.
Oh boy.
And this guy, this Goliath down here, yells out, "You are not welcome here. Leave."
Hmm.
And this other Goliath comes out yelling, "Wait, come back." And that's where we will end it for tonight.
Guys, it's wonderful being able to play again. I've missed y'all, and I'm glad I'll be back for a while.
I'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, and I'm going to try and get some sleep so that I can stay awake for my watches. Okay. Good night, all.
Y'all,
Have a good night.
Night.
y'all have a good night.
Enjoy